Hey, what's going on, pepperonis? It's SGZ here from the SpartanGameZone, and in this video we'll be showcasing a gun that will literally make you immortal. This is one of the most absurdly powerful weapons in the game. There was actually nothing close to this good for a time, but that was long ago now. I'll be letting you know how you can get one, explain all of the crazy stuff it does, and give you tips on maximizing its damage. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like, subscribe if you don't want to miss the next one, or you could even follow me on Twitter, and let's crack into it. So the weapon we are covering today is none other than the Crit, a purple SMG that can only come in shock, and can only be obtained by spending your hard-earned cash at Moxie's bar aboard Sanctuary 3. Putting a fat enough stack in her jar will see you rewarded with one of two weapons, the Hail or the Crit. They're sent to you via mail, and you'll need to go and redeem it before it appears in your inventory. Because you don't need to enter combat to get this gun, it's the perfect stepping stone to start your journey on Mayhem 10 or 11. Just crank that Mayhem level up, tip Moxie enough, and you'll easily grow your arsenal from there. Getting the right anointment and variant is a breeze too, and is just another plus with this weapon. The Crit is so strong that I ranked it at number 2 in my most overpowered weapons in the game countdown, and there's plenty of reasons why. The Crit is far from your typical melee one SMG. On the card it rocks a super nice critical damage bonus of 150%, which is huge for a fully automatic weapon, and while testing on the dummy caused me to hit crits at 6 times the strength of a regular hit. That is insane. It means that this gun holds a massive bag of DPS ready to be dropped on any unsuspecting foe. It wasn't always this strong though, receiving an absolutely monstrous buff out of nowhere which raised its damage by 5.4 times. It's the biggest buff I've ever seen, and this gun has never looked back. Only being able to come in shock doesn't hold this gun down at all. If you're accurate, everything you face will turn to dust. Of course, you have to hit crits to achieve its maximum damage, but that's the same with every weapon. The penalty for missing is higher, but the reward is much greater too. It can wipe health bars in the blink of an eye, tearing through them like 12-year-old me ripping open a Yu-Gi-Oh booster pack, Heart of Cards. It comes in 2 key variants, binary and standard. The binary variant consumes 2 ammo per shot and fires an extra projectile, which I'd recommend for Mo's and maybe Amara. Otherwise, the standard variant will serve you better. For some reason though, it seems to self-lubricate occasionally when you're loading in another mag, as though it's preparing for it. That causes it to become wet and therefore extremely slippery, which may see you drop it. I found that to happen 5% of the time, and when picking up your dropped weapon, it'll be glitched and won't activate anointments properly, but entering the echo menu fixes that. Because it's a Moxie weapon, she marked it with her scent. It also grants 8% lifesteal, which is where the immortality bit comes in. Whenever you're shooting and landing shots, it is literally impossible for you to go down. The damage dealt in Mayhem 10 relative to the health you have is enough for even a single critical hit to refill your entire health bar. It grants lifesteal to every Vault Hunter, which is great for Flak who doesn't have it naturally. Makes this gun even more of a force to be reckoned with. Speaking of Flak, this gun is perfect for them thanks to their affinity with hitting crits. A high crit bonus combined with a high chance to land them, or all day crits with fadeaway, is a match made in heaven and allows you to melt bosses without even hitting their traditional weak points. Amara can have it singing in different elements with infusion and can cause some serious crit lateral damage thanks to ties that bind. She can also boost its reload speed, reduce its charge time, increase its projectile speed, and just generally make it a much more responsive and deadly weapon. For Mo's, although this is a melee one weapon that doesn't deal splash damage, its focus on crits pairs great with the Minesweeper class mod. She can also comfortably deal with the added ammo consumption of the more powerful binary variant and avoid reloads indefinitely. Looking at Zane, and there's not many weapons that don't speak to him. Combining this single shot variant with an Infernal Wish, I was able to demolish Psycho Reaver, which is no small feat, especially for a gun that doesn't abuse Eraser or even use the best element for the job. Overall, the crit is a fantastic weapon, definitely the best non-legendary. Not only does it drain enemies' health bars at lightning speed, but it fills yours up too. Just make sure to keep it dry. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned about the crit and how you can use it to take on everything and everyone. If you did, consider dropping a like or subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.